Yo, Sigma here. Thanks for joining me again, or for the first time. Sorry for the delays and so on. I'm not in the base at this very moment because I was just getting ready and so on. So, yeah. Whoa, excuse me. Let's see what we can do today. To be entirely honest, all I've got so far is a dirty looking alley that feels like it totally fits King's Row like I intend it to, and a generic looking street corner for somebody or something. And to be entirely frank, I'm not feeling this design as much as I was before. So yeah, there's a chat command code where you can just type it in and put up your whatchamacallit, and start editing your base immediately. And honestly, I think I'm gonna want I've seen a few other choices that were better for the wall, like these planters and so on, but part of me doesn't know that doesn't feel like they fit the theme quite as well, or the vibe of the zone I'm trying to recreate. So there's that. There's also these, which, like, I brick and mortar doesn't really do that, but I digress. It's I like this one too. And I feel like that might have a much easier time of rebuilding. And yes, there is a massive area around this that is entirely empty, and that's fine. I've seen other people do a lot of really amazing things, and honestly, I'm mostly just trying to brush my skills up a little bit better than before. Excuse me while I go about my usual spam plans and is a real interesting stream so far, ain't it? I really wish that removing the roof of the base would work for both the players and the base builder, but it doesn't. But I digress. And I don't really know how I plan or want to put more of these in. I'll have to, so that's something else I'll have to do. Oh well, too much transparency isn't always a bad thing. Wait, is it? You never know. You never know. Oh well. Just go about your usual. It's not really art yet. Not at all. It's mostly just an ugly street corner. Hopefully, someday, someone will want to walk on it. I'm kidding, that's a terrible joke. But, I'm sure that happens in Paragon as well. Alright. Honestly, I should just start working on the usual stuff that I need to get done. Oh man. Oh, what did I... Oh, I'm dumb. These cemetery paths would make a much quicker and easier sidewalk. It's a very wide sidewalk though. Nah, I scratch that. That's not perfect. It would be okay, but there are probably better options. Atlas Park statue for scale, in case you haven't seen that before. So yeah, it appears like I've made an area about as large as the Atlas Park statue plinth area. And no, I don't know who Red Tiger is. Prometheus Park statue. There are multiple Prometheuses in this game. There's Prometheus the hero, and then Prometheus the whatchamacallit. And I've noticed something. It appears as though later development decided, you know what? Maybe we shouldn't make the statues the size of skyscrapers, because this is big, yeah, but it's kind of like a realistic big. Whereas like Atlas is like, dude, what's holding that up? Impervium and psychic power? Yeah, I think that's it. Regardless, I don't think that's how you spell heroin. Is it? Hold on, let me look that up. I gotta look that up. I think that's a typo. Heroin. No. Oh, maybe I have that wrong. Heroin. Okay, yeah. Well, I guess everybody makes mistakes. And this time I did. But for some reason, someone else corrected me and said, you know, that's not the right spelling. It's, that's funny now. Makes me laugh a little bit. I was right the first time I used it, and they were, you know, did you mean heroin without the E? No, I did not. Bird. Not that they're watching, but if you know who you are, you know who I'm talking about. Screw you. No, you might know who I'm talking about and be friends with them, or not like them like I do. But I digress. I say that a lot. What is this? Dark obelisk. Ew. That thing is super cool looking. Uh-huh. That's not really what I would need. Destroyed obelisk. Huh. That's just gonna spin forever. Interesting. Hollows? No, don't need that. Comet statue. Well, and at the moment, excuse me if this sounds a little boring and looks a little boring, but I'm trying to kind of explore the base builder just to find something more interesting to use for my walls. And I know that there's an asset in game for it. I wish that they would give us a reasonable sidewalk tiling or a reasonable tiling option, you know? It's like, hey, I would like to tile this vertically or tile this horizontally or tile this in this way so that I don't have to go and place 500 of these objects. No, actually, let's find out. I can basically estimate how many eyes I used for this. I've got 124 decorative objects in this room. That means, wow, that's insane. It's not insane because I'm not expecting a different result. I know exactly the result that I will be getting. I expect the same result every time, which is, you know, stuff. Power lines. A lot of rubble and ruins in this game. So yeah, I'm probably not going to go for too long on this stream. Sorry for the delays and taking so much time to get back in the groove. I'm dealing with a lot of artistic burnout, one could say, among other issues that I won't name as such. Not now, anyway. No point in it. I'm not here to vent. I am here to build a coffee shop, which isn't working out so well. Not doing so well, you know. Mostly because I don't know what I want to build it out of. Like, this is cool. Just seems a little ostentatious though. Like, but by the same token, if I'm naming the tea shop Tea and Titans, wouldn't a Roman themed entrance kind of fit? A little? Maybe? Nah, I don't know. I gotta decide. The categories in the base builder are very odd to me as well. Does not feel quite like it should. Items of power. No one uses these. Landscape. Everyone uses these. Oh, dude, good news. We're going to be getting some really cool... I say it's really cool, but it's stupid stuff like a washer and dryer and an ice machine and a couple other things. I'm excited about it because I've literally watched other players spend hours putting together a washer and dryer or something akin to that in the base builder. Hmm. And I'm just doing this for a meme. I wish it was color tintable. Nope. No, don't. There's a running joke in my super group about naming things the Fender, or something Fender. So I could not resist the dumb jokes. They're all over the place. Fishing shack? No, that's interesting evidence of scale, but scale in this game has always been really funky. Like, there's not a consistent scale in City of Heroes for some reason. That big rock. Big if true. It's such a dumb joke. I don't know why we have the. Yeah, so all our vehicles, all the vehicles in one of my super groups in the base are called Fender this, Fender that, and then and then there's the submarine, which is just the submarine. It's a great joke. You gotta be there. I guess you'd have to be there to get it, but I mean, I'm probably not going to build anything in this out of cave rocks. No. But it is an interesting experiment to see. It's nice that that's almost perfectly uniform. Almost. Although it really bugs me that everything below the spire is rotationally symmetrical, except for the frickin' spire. Why? I mean, either make none of it symmetrical or all of it symmetrical, please. But I digress. Cemetery dirt pile. Nice. Nice. I know somebody who's actively built a cemetery, too. It's really cool. It's kind of like their own home base for their character, who's dead. Go figure. Get all kinds in this game. and I welcome them all. It's fun to see all the different creative concepts people come up with. Interesting. Is that the way? Yes, yes. Yeah, it's always a good idea to snap your objects to a specific angle. Mostly because if you have it free floating, you cannot know that you got it to a perfectly perpendicular or horizontal position. You can guesstimate, and that's going to be the best you'll get. And we really need a control C, control C. We can't do that. Nope. See? Yeah. Nope. Nope. No control C, no control V. All right, yeah, I've basically just sat here and done nothing for like 30 minutes on stream. You're welcome. All 0 viewers. I'm not even going to keep up the, like when I'm on Sigmage, I will pretend that there are people viewing. But I don't do that when I'm just me. Because why would I do that? I'm not actually crazy. Whereas there's sort of an improv bit going on when I'm in, I'm playing Sigmage. He is a role player. He's sort of like, he's in Paragon City, but you could also consider him as being in a sort of liminal state between our world and that City of Heroes world. Ooh. Oh, I want to use this somehow. I can't. That is cool. No. So yeah, you're just seeing me geek out about the various base objects right now. What is this? This is just a... Yeah, nothing important. You know what? I'm gonna keep doing this. I need to find more eyes. There's a lot of tintable objects, by the way. Just a ton of tintable objects. This is what I was using the entire time for all of those. And I just wish that they would make something that was like a consistent road line so that I don't have to do this for everything, for every road. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? But no. All right, let's get back down to it. No. Like there are things that they could do for quality of life's sake, on this. I sincerely wish we could get like a just like road paint. Road paint. I know it's such a stupid idea, but I want road paint. It's not that hard. It might be really hard for all I know. I don't want to talk out my ass as if I understand how hard it is to add assets to this game. But it's nice that we're getting washers and dryers in game, because there's a lot of people that basically just use the base builder to build their own custom hero pad or whatever. Meanwhile, there's some of us that like to sit around and base RP. There's some people who made a really cool super school, and I am no longer a part of that because of toxic elements among the community. But there are always toxic individuals everywhere. But I won't put them on blast on YouTube because that ain't my job. What I'm here for is building a tea shop, coffee shop, whatever. Initially, I had planned to do this every Tuesday. Kind of fell off on that, and I never actually got around to some of the research and development that I wanted to do on the other bases that I saw around the game. Like, I saw other people doing some really cool creative stuff, and I'm like, oh, I need to go look into that. I need to see how that works. And I more or less kind of didn't have the energy to do that. I have muscular dystrophy, so it's kind of hard sometimes to muster the energy to go and do stuff that I want to do, even when I really want to do it. Why am I doing that? It's just going to be a pain in the ass. And what you just saw is some of the sneaky tactics some people will use to either get a titillating angle on someone else's costume, or just to change their angle so that they can get a screenshot. Honestly, I love that you can free camera a lot so much in the City of Heroes like this. Like, although right now I can't really do it much. What is it doing? I don't need that up right now. I don't know why it's doing that. But I don't know why it's not letting me do that right now either. Oh well. I'll worry about that later. Right now, let's just keep this up. Last time I went for several hours, but to be entirely frank, nobody people showed up. I had a couple. That was nice, but I don't know that there's much attention for this. I had a friend say that there's, a trend growing on a trend of City of Heroes on YouTube. I don't see it. For me, I want to draw people into this. And I think that one of the ways that they can do that is to make some quality of life changes. Base building being one of the big draws for many players that are coming back to it, and some people just like the creative elements of it. It's kind of inherently an emergent gameplay thing, because initially this was designed for like this really shitty raid system on live that was always glitchy. And I'm sure I'm going to get some people who say, "Oh, I loved the raids. I loved it." Most people hated it. It was buggy. It was broke. And then for a while, there was this glitch where all of your defensive objects in your base would turn on offensively and just try to murder you no matter what. So no one could use their supergroup bases because someone in the dev team turned them all hostile. And I think that was right before they released Going Rogue or something like that, which introduced the yellow reticle, which is now almost the way of the most MMOs to indicate when someone is a potentially hostile. It's like they're neutral until you attack. And that's pretty common now for many games to do that. It's like, oh, they're yellow. They're not red. They're not blue. They're not green. They're yellow. They might attack. They'll attack if you attack first. And honestly, I want a lot more games like that. I want a lot more enemies like that. In fact, I would love to be able to set my tag on game so that if other people are flagged for it, you can attack me. Like, I'm not into open PvP games. In fact, I kind of hate open PvP games. But by the same token, if you're flagged as being open to PvP, like, as a player, you're with the City of Heroes system, you can go to Paragon City or the Rogue Isles, and as a result, just play as a villain or a rogue in either region. In City of Villains, you have to be, or in the Rogue Isles, you have to be a villain. In Paragon City, you have to be a hero. In that, like, you don't technically have to, but if you want to get any contacts, if you want to do any mission arcs, you have to be a hero. Like, you can't get into Paragon City if you're a villain. You have to be vigilante, rogue, or hero. And the same goes for vice versa. But I think that they could fix that and make it pretty cool. Like, you could have villains go in, and I'm not saying you go and have it possible to attack freaking anybody. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you flag yourself as being willing to be attacked, and anyone else who is also flagged as willing to be attacked can then therefore attack you on sight if they choose. It basically just changes it so that you con yellow to everyone of a other alignment to your own, which would be fun. They create a lot of really cool and interesting things, interactions. I think that those, given that this is road work, I'm not going to go for a perfect look. I'm not one of those dudes who can perfectly spray paint the lines on the road, and I'm sure that there's probably someone in Paragon City who can do that. But let's just pretend that superhuman didn't get this job today. Trying to find the perfect middle of the road here, and it feels like that. I want it to be yellow. Yes, there we go. So, although I'm not really sure how Rhode Island marks their roads, this might not be accurate. But I'm winging it. This is my base, my zone. I can do what I want. It's my coffee. Oh, no, I'm not going to sing that. That's a terrible song. And I don't know why it got so popular. Or if it ever got popular, frankly. It's one of those songs where I'm just like, why are you singing about how much of an entitled bitch you are? Wow. That probably won't age well. I don't think that song aged well anyway. Like, it's my party, I can cry if I want. Yeah, it's just like, why am I going on this tangent? Similarly, why did that song exist? Probably because, who wrote that? Why? I'm really curious. For no reason except, well, I brought it up and now I'm going to go look it up. Leslie Gore in 1963. And no, I don't want to freaking listen to it. Uh-huh. I don't think anybody should... okay, so Leslie Gore version hit the #1 on the pop and rhythm and blues chart of the United States, and that just shows you how little popularity has anything to do with quality. Just saying, it doesn't. Popular things can be absolute garbage. Commonly are. Popularity is no metric for quality. I mean, and it amounts to basically the same lyrics over. Yeah. Boyfriend. I mean, reading the subject of the song, it's a shitty situation, but it's still dumb. And there's a remake of it from another person. Let's see it. Synth Pop by Dave Stewart and Barbara Gaskin. No one asked for that. Melanie Martinez released Pity Party. And they use an interpolation of It's My Party as well. I wish they didn't... They made a sequel. She made a sequel to that song. That's so dumb. How much cringe can you build into a song? I don't know. Ask Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift's been doing that a lot. Does that a lot. But by the same token, I'm pretty sure it's just a musical tendency to because it's what is it? 2 a.m. Breathe. It's like, because these words are my diary screaming out loud. It's a lot of musicians are like that, and that's their right. If we enjoy what they make and they're a good artist, and they're willing to put out that sort of catharsis on page and on the airwaves, good for them. I've been tempted to dip into music, but I just haven't written a song, and I don't really have any musical instrument skills. I can sing fairly well, but it's also been a long time since I've done that. Although recently I got told by someone who I kind of considered a friend that I have a voice for YouTube, and I'm like, I'm not sure how to feel about that. Should I feel complimented? I don't know. Because listening to people like Moist or someone like that, which I think that's his name, I don't know, or at least his moniker. I know that's not his actual name. Makes me go, well, I guess I can see the resemblance in tonality and vocal quality, but it's not like they said, "Oh, you've got a face for YouTube." That would be, well, it could be nice to say here too. Actually, now that I think about it, you've got a face for YouTube. Thanks. So do you. Do you have a dead end sign? Nope, we do not have a dead end sign. But dead ends are very uncommon in more urban sprawl sort of areas, frankly. You just don't see it as often. At least that's what I've noticed. But hey, look at that! I got all the dotted lines on that done. And I should probably fix these because this is realistically the same thing. Thankfully, it's not that hard to fix. These are spaced differently, though. That's not necessary. But okay, so if I went to go I space, that would get it. Okay, and that's all I need. Because you could, yeah. Yep. How many times are, like, as annoying as that song is, I guess I totally just misunderstood the concept of that song. Not that anybody is here to pay attention to my revelation about that song. And like, oh well. Future internet historians may look back on my flop of a life and go, oh, well, this is the moment this inconsequential dude realized that song wasn't about entitlement or spoiled brattiness, but a girl getting her heart broken at her birthday party. Which is real shitty either way. Like, it's... But still, like, why did you write a song about this? I wouldn't really want to do that kind of thing. Like, I've got other ideas for what I would do if I were to go into music, but I'm kind of at a loss for how to do it in a lot of ways. I'm hurting for hard drive space, so it's not like I can create production quality sound, you know? And right now, I kind of wonder if anybody even notices. But, a girl getting... Excuse me for a second, I had to make sure my audio levels weren't absolutely awful. Um, there we go. Spent an hour painting road lines. How exciting. And I'll have to apologize. Like, not that you guys know, I'm not actually drinking tea this time. I'm drinking coffee. I don't have much tea left in the house. So, can't really go for that right now. sometimes I go through in my supergroup RP Discord and I read something and I'm like, oh, I didn't want feels today. But I'm not going to gripe at someone for it. So yeah, since there's nobody watching at the moment, I might pause. I might end the stream after an hour. Although last time I did this, I did spend 2 hours on it. There was actually some people listening and watching through most of it, though. And I don't know what to do. Just feeling, I don't know. All the boring work of base building. I say boring, but it's really fun once you get it all done. And no spoilers, but I am not gonna lie, I was pretty upset by the ending to Stranger Things season 4. Mostly because I expected them to be better than fridging, and they did. They did it. They fridged a great main character, and I am not okay with that. It's even worse because they did it to the stereotypically fringed and, or excuse me, stereotypically it's very common for girls and women to be treated as plot devices rather than real characters. And I digress. I don't want to get too into the spoilers of it because I'm not exactly a literary scholar. No. And this has always been an issue with the base builder. You click on an object and it's like, hey, you wanted the object right behind that, right? Right? No, I didn't. No, I did not. I wanted the object that I clicked on. But sure, you do you, base builder. Oh, whoops. Oh, thank God that was local. Huh. It's really embarrassing when you accidentally hit your keybinds on a it's also alarmingly common. Well, maybe hilariously common would be a more accurate way to put it. It's very humorously common for people to accidentally hit the team spam keybinds that basically no one uses. I don't think people use them even when the game was live. Nobody had any interest in that. I'm not sure why. And now I'm curious what I did with the other side to make this more seamless. Oh, okay, same thing. Okay, that's done. Kinda. Oh no. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's mostly okay now. Mostly okay. Yeah, this is the tedious work of base building, the basic level of it. But it will get more interesting, I promise. / I hope. But in any case, I'm going to end the stream for now. We're just around an hour. I'm tired and still getting back into the, I don't know. And what swing? I don't actually have much rhythm. And I've grown to think that the YouTube algorithm is mostly favoring corporatism because that's where you're going to get the most money, because the advertising leeching is, that's it. Yeah. Anyway. Ugh, gross. Thanks for joining me. In the future,